The British royal family has always been a subject of intense fascination, captivating the world with its timeless traditions, storied history, and ever-evolving power dynamics. For decades, this family has stood at the forefront of public attention, with every royal figure closely scrutinized by the media and the public alike. Yet, in recent years, as the monarchy adjusts to a rapidly changing world, the spotlight has begun to shift. Once firmly at the center of royal affairs, Queen Camilla now finds herself struggling to maintain her place, her role overshadowed by the growing presence of Princess Katherine, the Duchess of Cambridge. As the media and public focus more on Katherine's modern image and relatable personality, Camilla, whose relationship with King Charles has long been the subject of public interest, has found herself relegated to the periphery. The delicate balance between tradition and progress has begun to tip, with Camilla caught in the crossfire. The question looms, what happens when the once influential queen consort must pass the mantle of royal prominence to a younger, more vibrant figure, one who embodies the future of the monarchy? This is more than a tale of royal hierarchy and symbolism, it is a story of power, of struggle, and of quiet emotional tolls behind palace walls. Camilla, who once fought tirelessly to secure her place in the royal family, is now confronted with the reality that the monarchy's future may no longer lie in her hands. One of the most subtle yet telling moments in this ongoing drama occurred during a lavish state dinner, held in the heart of London. Traditionally, such events have been grand affairs that see the monarch and his consort seated together at the head of the table, symbolizing unity and stability within the royal family. Yet, this particular dinner told a different story. As the royal guests mingled, the public's eye was drawn not to King Charles and Queen Camilla as the stars of the evening, but rather to Princess Katherine, who was positioned at the side of the king. Despite her years of service and her role as queen consort, Camilla was seated farther down the table, a subtle yet unmistakable sign of her waning influence within the royal family. The seating arrangement, though seemingly innocent, sent a loud message. The future of the monarchy was shifting, and Princess Katherine was fast becoming the face of that future. While Camilla maintained her composure, a quiet sadness seemed to hang in the air. How could it not? A queen consort, who had once held such a central role in royal affairs, was now being placed at a distance, physically and symbolically, from the most important events of the family's life. This was not the first time such a shift in seating had been noticed, and it would not be the last. As public attention increasingly turned to Princess Katherine, Queen Camilla could only look on from the sidelines, wondering whether her once steadfast place at the royal table had been quietly erased. Princess Katherine has always been beloved by the British public, her grace, elegance, and charitable work winning her widespread admiration. But as the years have gone by, the Duchess of Cambridge has found herself entrusted with more and more responsibility within the royal family, gradually eclipsing Queen Camilla in terms of public visibility. What was once a partnership between King Charles and his consort has now become a careful balancing act between Charles and his son's wife, with the king increasingly turning to Katherine for royal duties and public engagements. Royal observers have noted how the monarchy's priorities have subtly shifted, with King Charles more frequently relying on Katherine for appearances and charitable work. Where Camilla once occupied a position of prominence, she now finds herself in the background, her once vibrant role reduced to a series of secondary engagements. Though she continues to perform her duties as queen consort, the quiet sorrow in her eyes at public events is unmistakable. She knows that, for the royal family, the future lies with Princess Katherine, whose every move is watched, celebrated, and dissected by both the press and the public. At a recent royal gala, Camilla played a role similar to that of a quiet observer, supporting her husband from the background, as Princess Katherine captivated the crowd with her radiant presence. It was a stark reminder that, for all of her years of service, Camilla's role was no longer as integral to the monarchy's image. The Duchess of Cambridge had become the royal figure that everyone watched, while Camilla quietly supported from the shadows. One of the most telling moments of this evolving dynamic came in the form of an official royal portrait. Traditionally, these portraits are carefully crafted to showcase the unity of the royal family, each member standing side by side, united in their shared duty and service. However, the latest portrait of King Charles, Princess Katherine, and other key figures left one glaring omission: Queen Camilla. While Princess Katherine stood tall and poised by the king's side, representing a fresh, modern image of the monarchy, Camilla was nowhere to be found. The absence was both intentional and symbolic. It was as if the very image of the royal family was being rearranged, with Camilla's role quietly fading into the background. This omission sent ripples throughout the media, further fueling the narrative that the monarchy's future was being shaped by the younger generation, with Camilla as little more than a historical footnote in the new royal era. For Camilla, this was more than just a public snub. It was a sharp reminder that her time in the limelight was drawing to a close, and that the monarchy she had once played such a crucial role in building was now turning its attention elsewhere. The royal family has always been deeply involved in charitable endeavors, and for many years, Queen Camilla was the driving force behind many of the royal family's most significant causes. However, as the years have passed, Princess Katherine has gradually taken on more of this responsibility, with King Charles openly supporting Katherine's increasing role as a royal patron. At a recent charity event, the contrast between the two women was striking. While Queen Camilla attended a smaller, more private event for the same cause, Princess Katherine was front and center, representing the royal family in front of a packed audience. The difference was palpable. Katherine, with her warm and accessible demeanor, had become the face of royal charity, while Camilla's role had become more peripheral. It was a powerful symbol of the shifting tides within the royal family, one that left little room for doubt. Katherine was being positioned as the future queen consort, while Camilla was gradually being sidelined. Behind the closed doors of Buckingham Palace, King Charles and Princess Katherine have developed a deeper, more personal relationship than ever before. As royal insiders have revealed, private meetings between the King and the Duchess of Cambridge have become increasingly common, particularly as the King navigates the challenges of modernizing the monarchy. For Queen Camilla, these private conversations must have been a bitter pill to swallow. Once, she and Charles had shared these moments, discussing the future of the monarchy and the delicate balance between tradition and change. Now, however, those conversations had largely moved to Katherine's side. While Camilla quietly supported her husband, it was clear that the younger generation, represented by Princess Katherine, was now shaping the royal family's future in ways that Camilla could no longer fully influence. The power of the press and the public's perception cannot be understated in today's royal family. The media's portrayal of Princess Katherine has elevated her to an iconic status, one that has made her the darling of the British public. Each public appearance, each royal engagement, is met with glowing reviews, while Camilla's quieter moments are often overshadowed by the younger princess's ever-growing presence. The press has consistently favored Katherine's more modern approach to royal duties, her relatable personality, and her effortless elegance. Meanwhile, Camilla's role, though still respected, has been increasingly relegated to the background. As public fascination with Princess Katherine continues to grow, Camilla finds herself being quietly pushed out of the narrative, no longer the central figure in royal affairs. At a recent royal engagement, Queen Camilla was asked to hand over one of her most cherished royal patronages to Princess Katherine. This moment, though ceremonial, carried with it a profound emotional weight. It marked the official passing of the baton, a recognition that Camilla's role in royal duties was gradually being taken over by the younger generation. While Camilla accepted this change with grace, it was clear that the emotional cost was significant. The moment was symbolic of a larger truth, that the monarchy's future no longer lay with her. As Princess Katherine stepped forward to assume her new role, Camilla was left to reflect on her long and hard-fought journey in the royal family, now watching from the sidelines as her place was taken by someone else. Despite the growing influence of Princess Katherine and the shifting royal landscape, Queen Camilla remains an integral part of the royal family. Her years of dedication, her unwavering support for King Charles, and her quiet strength are undeniable. Though her public role may have diminished, her legacy is etched into the history of the monarchy, a reminder of the personal sacrifices she made to secure her place at the royal table. As the monarchy moves forward, one thing is clear: the story of Queen Camilla is far from over. While the world may look to Princess Katherine as the future face of the royal family, Camilla's quiet resilience continues to shape the monarchy in ways that the public will only fully appreciate in time. The changing of the guard may have arrived, but Camilla's impact will not soon be forgotten.